G'day, Josh here at Katoomba in the Blue Mountains. I've appeared at Katoomba Local Court this morning. Had a couple of matters. One was dealt with by way of an adjournment because we had one of the charges withdrawn. But the main matter I want to talk to you about today is a middle range PCA offence for our client. Now, the blood alcohol reading was 0.087. Our client has a very good traffic record. Over the last 14 years, he's only got 4 more minor traffic infringements. He did have a drug possession matter just about 5 years ago, which he received a conditional release order for with no conviction. The facts of this matter were interesting in the sense that he'd had a huge amount of alcohol the night before. The next day he had got up, was travelling from Sydney to Lithgow, and he pulled in for a meat pie and he grabbed a beer over lunch. 20 minutes later he's pulled over for a random breath test set up. He blew over the limit. He actually blew over at 0.122, a higher amount of alcohol, probably due to the residual alcohol still in his mouth from the drink that he had consumed 20 minutes earlier. But by the time he got back to the police station, it had significantly dropped to 0.087. Now, the fact is that my client didn't think one beer would put him over the limit, but he's failed to recognise the lingering effects of the alcohol and the large amount of alcohol that he had consumed the night before. So this one beer over lunch has really topped him up. To his credit, though, he's quite an interesting young man. He's sort of a trade artist, does bronze sculpturing. He works for wildlife charities. He's renovating a house out at Lithgow. He spends half of his time living in Balmain with his parents. He's 30 years of age. He's single. He's got no children. He has got a history of mental health issues, including depression. He's been diagnosed with ADHD, so he's medicated for those sorts of things. But the big thing that the magistrate was interested in hearing about today was the fact that on his own volition, his own doing, he has re-engaged with his psychologist to get some alcohol counselling, but more importantly he has touched base with the St John of God Rehabilitation Centre and is being assessed for rehabilitation for alcohol consumption through that particular facility. What this does show is that my client's been self-aware of his own need to address his alcohol consumption. He doesn't drink every day, but when he does drink, he binge drinks. And as you can see from this offence, the night before he had consumed a huge amount of alcohol, still present in his system the next day, and with one drink over lunch, it shot his blood alcohol reading up to a mid-range category. So, on one hand, the court today wanted to give our client a bit of a break, but they were also keen on being assured that he remains committed to his rehabilitation. So they gave him a conditional release order without proceeding to conviction. This means he can get back on the road. He's not fined, he's not convicted. He does have to be on a good behaviour bond for 12 months, and this is to be supervised from corrective services. Now, with particular interest in supervising him to ensure that he continues through the rehabilitation process with the St John of God Rehabilitation Facility. And as long as he goes through that process, which he's doing anyway on his own bat, and completes that process and does what's asked and required of him, then the good behaviour bond will just disappear in 12 months' time. He remains conviction-free. He's back on the road. No interlock program, no fine. So a very good outcome for our client today, but it does come with the strings attached that he does have to continue to help himself and work on himself from a personal point of view and proceed with the rehabilitation steps and processes that he has already put in place prior to coming to court today. It's a very, very good and measured outcome from the court here at Katoomba. It's very cold, it's very foggy, it's rainy a bit, but it's what life is like up the mountain, especially in August. So thanks for tuning in, and see you in the next episode. I want to thank you for tuning into Boorman Lawyers today. You can catch us at any of the usual social media platforms. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you've got any questions or queries, please don't hesitate to contact us on 1300 941 900. Hey guys, thanks for tuning into this video today. I really hope it was informative and helpful for you. There's another couple of videos below that you might want to check out that may be very useful for the process that you might be going through at the moment. Please feel free to like, follow, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we've always got fresh new content coming through all the time.